Hey guys, Mr. Tolly, the Harbor Freight 3-pound capacity rotary rock tumbler. I took it out of the box, so this is not an unboxing video. I'll give you some first impressions of it, and then we'll do another full review on it after I've used it for a while. But take the first look. It's not super heavy. It is on some rubber feet. Got a grate down here to help keep things cool underneath. The rubber feet should help keep it from making a lot of noise. The shafts have it's like fuel line or something, clear fuel line or something like that over the shafts. One is driven, the other one's just an idler. It does not feel like they have bearings. It looks like they're just on some plastic bushings. We'll see how long they last. It is supposed to hold 3 pounds. The drum is pretty simple. Got your lid, thumb screw on the lid. Got a washer. The washer's got some sharp edges on it because it was stamped out, which most washers are stamped. I don't like the sharp edges, but we'll figure that out. This aluminum lid here doesn't have any sharp edges on it, so we won't worry about that. It seems to fit together really tight. 3-pound capacity, looking at that, I could probably get 20 270 shells in there without a problem, which is my goal, is just 20 at a time is fine. And then put the lid back on. One of the things in the reviews I was reading was that people would break the first belt that it came with, and they wouldn't be able to find another belt. Apparently Harbor Freight heard what people were saying, and they send you, there's 5 extra belts in here, so I don't have anything to worry about for a while. If I do break a belt, I got one to replace it. But it's not bad. I have it plugged in. There's a switch right here on the back to turn it on. It's relatively quiet. The top here is like a heat sink. It's got 2 layers of thin aluminum to just help dissipate the heat. There's a screen on the bottom here so you get airflow all the way around the motor. And it is electric, so it is a motor. Really, there ain't much more to say about it than that. It's a pretty simple piece of equipment. I'm going to go throw some shells in here without, let's see, nope, I don't have any stainless steel pins or anything like that, so I'm just going to go with water, Dawn dish soap, and a little Lemmy Shine to brighten things up a little bit. But that's where it's at. So let's get something running in here. While it's running, I'll turn the camera back on so you can hear how loud it is, and I'll let you know how much brass and stuff I got in there. So be back in a little bit. Well, 270 brass takes it up to about here with the brass in there. So I filled up a little over the brass with water, a couple drops of Dawn, a little teeny shot of Lemon Shine. Got the lid on there good. Doesn't seem to be leaking. We'll stick it in a tumbler and see how noisy it is. I can live with that. Sitting on this bench, I'm going to be working on the next bench over. My daughter's coming over right now. Needs a new battery put in her car. I taught my kids how to do this stuff. Girls or boys, it don't matter. Well, my son probably couldn't do it. I know my girls can. So now she's coming over. I don't think she's got the tools to do it. Put a battery in her, she's got a Ford Explorer. Or Escape, excuse me. It's an Escape. Older one. Runs good, drives good. She don't need to spend the money on a new car. So, we'll be back in a while. I figure I'll let this go for an hour or so, and then I'll take a look at it. So we'll be back. Well, I'm back. Checking out the Harbor Freight rock tumbler. Can't really tell a whole lot of difference. The one on the left has been tumbled with Just a little dish soap and some Lemmy Shine. No pins. I'm going to have to order some, I think. The inside of the case is much cleaner. The primer pocket is about as clean as I could expect. So I got to give it a thumbs up. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. No complaints. No complaints at all. So I was able to fit 40 of them in there, and I think they came out pretty good. Let them sit here and dry overnight before I even think about doing anything with them. But I think we're good to go. I'm going to get some stainless steel pins and see if that works a little better. I know they'll work their way inside the case. You got to remember too that a 270 case is about the size of a 30-06. Well, it's the size of a 30-06 case, just necked down a little bit. So they are fairly long case. I don't have a 223 handy, I don't think, to give you an idea, but they're pretty long, and I don't know, came out pretty good. I'm pleased, definitely pleased with the results. So stay tuned for more. The Harbor Freight tumbler did a pretty good job. I'm pleasantly impressed. The two that tumbled were about 3 hours each, mostly because I started them and got busy doing other stuff. This is, let's zoom in a little here, see if we can do this without getting it too funky. Okay, so this is just 3, they're dirty cases. I don't know if I can make it focus any better. That's just dirty brass, and it's not all that dirty. These here were just done with the Dawn dish soap and Lemmy Shine. And these, come on, focus, were the Lemmy Shine and the stainless steel pins. That's why the pins are sitting here. These pins are just little guys. They're about 1/4 of an inch long. So if we take this, is with pins, without pins, and dirty. So you can see the one with the pins did come out nice and clean, cleaner than the ones without the pins, but the brass wasn't that dirty. The biggest difference that I noticed is the inside of the case, and I know no matter what I do, I don't think you're going to see the inside of this case. Up through the flash hole maybe? Probably not. Anyway, the inside the case is really clean in there. So I'm pretty pleased with that. This is just for target ammo. It's the only thing I'm going to tumble in here, because I want my target ammo to be consistent. And I'm going to do everything I can on a budget to squeeze as much consistency out of it as I can. The rock tumbler was like 55 bucks, I think. I had the receipt here. I don't know what I did with it. So, and the rock tumbler just comes with the instructions, and that's it. It came with 5 spare belts, which I thought was pretty impressive, to say the least. And the stainless steel pin, the pins are not the cheapest thing you can get. I bought 2 pounds of them, was all I bought, because it's a 3-pound tumbler. Let's face it, I don't need any more than that. And they were 10 or 12 bucks on Amazon. I don't remember. It's been a while now since I got them. But is it worth it? As far as the rest of my cases, you know what? For all my pistol stuff is going to just get done in the vibratory tumbler. It does a fine job. For my target rifle ammo, I'll run it through here. All the 243 ammo is probably just going to get done in the vibratory tumbler too, because it's not that important. I want accurate target ammo. I want to squeeze as much out of it as I can. And part of the problem, I decided to, well, we'll talk about that another time, why I decided to go different than everybody else. I'm just kind of different. So there's your results. The tumbler, I tumbled for about 3 hours on the two that did get put in the tumbler, and mostly because I forgot. Well, didn't forget, but I was busy doing other stuff. Could have been more than 3 hours. I didn't really keep track. But there you go. Stay safe. God bless. It's kind of your results of the tumbling with the pins and without the pins and not tumbling at all.